Welcome, my Virgo friend, to the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot. I am Zachary. Thank you for joining me here this week. This is your reading for October 23rd through the 29th. So I'm just going to dive right on in. We're going to start with your animal spirit totem for the week. So Spirit, what do we have for Virgo for October 23rd through the 29th? You guys, welcome back if this is a repeat visit. Thank you for visiting me again. Welcome if it's your first time. I meant to start with a joke. Hello, gorgeous. I am styling here for the fall. I live in Washington here in the United States, so we're moving into fall time. But anyway, Spirit, what do we have for Virgo? If you could like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Some of the best ways to support me and telling the algorithm you're enjoying what you see here. Also, I love input as well, as long as it's coming from a place of kindness. I do want to hear about it. And I want to hear about your stories, too. I have my Cash App and PayPal links in the description as well. If you feel like donating or tipping, thank you so much, and I love you. And if not, I love you. Thank you for being here. All right, Spirit, what do we have? Fox. Clever. I love it. So the fox... you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Did this come through for you before? It may have. It came through for one of the other signs. Anyway, be open to romance. I love it. So I'm Gemini Sun, Virgo Rising, Virgo Moon. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell. And Cancer Venus. So Gemini had some slamming romance energy. So did Cancer, and now, so far, Virgo's looking like it may have that too. Guys, I may not be single for too much longer. And if that's the case, I'm not complaining. That sounds great. I've been putting a lot of work into myself, and I'd love to see that. And maybe that's you too. Maybe that's you too, baby. Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to start with my Light Seers Tarot here, and we're going to do a general read. Those of you that have been here before, I am changing things up a little bit by adding a love and career section specifically. So that's going to be at the end of the reading. I'll put chapters in so you can jump ahead if you want. But I do suggest you stick around for the general reading because they're heavily tied. So yes, do what you want, but I recommend. And check out your rising, moon, and Venus signs as well. Because, especially if there is love here, check out your Venus. That's going to give you a more complete picture of you and what's going on for your week. And cross-watchers also, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Virgo for October 23rd through the 29th? We're getting close to Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Depending on where you're watching in the world, I guess, not everybody cares about Halloween. I don't particularly either. I haven't dressed up for a very long time, but I'm kind of feeling it this year. I don't know. All right, so we're going to start off with Six of Pentacles, some balance, judgment. Three of Pentacles, working with others. Two of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords, Four of Cups, and Ace of Swords. All right, so some of you are struggling with being stuck in your head. And I think that was kind of a note that was coming through last week too. I don't remember all of them, obviously, because I'm pumping out 12 videos a week here. Sometimes more with the monthly reads. Like those will be coming up. I'll get monthlies coming out. I am setting a schedule here. So Earth signs, you guys are going to be on Fridays that I'll be releasing these. So you can count on me for them to be there. Next week, I'm going to try to actually get them out scheduled so they come out in the morning. This has just been, I'm not going to lie, there's so much work that goes into this. Recording and then needing to edit and upload. And it's a lot of fun, but it's like a full-time job on top of my job. So, Spirit, back to Virgo. What do we have for love and career? Love and marriage. That came through for Taurus too. Go together like a horse and carriage. What do we have for Virgo, Spirit? This one here. All right. All right. Three of Pentacles again. Okay, so there's definitely a need to be like working with someone else. And the High Priestess. Interesting. That's a very interesting energy for love. Huh. We'll go into it. Interesting. Nine of Wands and Ace of Cups for career. Okay. Love it. And then bottom of the deck here we have Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is pursuing your goals with fervor, going at it. Knights are all about action. So what I'm getting from this is great energy for your career, drive and moving towards your career. But for love, it's feeling less good because the Knight of Swords is pursuing those goals without taking into consideration the heart. There's not a lot of heart component to this. So it will investigate. Nancy Drew, don't worry. And bottom of the other deck here, we have Seven of Cups. So some of you are having a hard time making a choice on something. It may be because I feel like it's having to do with you. Because you've got the Two of Swords here too as your outcome, which is needing to make a choice. So I don't feel like it's that you're spoiled for choice. I feel like you're being indecisive. You're having a hard time deciding on something. We'll investigate that. Stay tuned for more. All right, Six of Pentacles is the energy coming into the week here. And Six of Pentacles is requesting balance, your give and take. And this could be money, this could be time that you're giving, donating your time. It could be help, giving, receiving help, assistance. I feel like it's a little bit of column A, B, and C. You are having a hard time just finding balance. And balance isn't a static position, it's that motion, you know. But like Cancer, there's something about the motion of your emotion ocean right now. Because Virgos, especially if you're, like I'm Virgo rising, being in those kind of placement, there's a lot of emotion that's involved with Virgo. Just being such a heavily placed earth sign, kind of like Scorpio being so deep, it can appear that you don't have emotion, but that's not true. It's definitely there. So there is what I'm getting is there's a need to balance out the way that you're expressing your emotion or not expressing it, that you're receiving it perhaps from somebody else or both. And then there's something about assistance too that's out of balance. Like maybe you're used to being the giver and you need to receive, you need to take something. And it's not like taking, you're not stealing it, it's there to be taken, you're just not taking it. And it could be, I get kind of a little bit of a note of being a martyr. But for others of you, I feel like it's more related to a story that you tell yourself, like, or a trauma, just something that you're used to being this way. So it's your comfort zone, I guess, is kind of what I'm saying. And it's not comfortable, but it's that structure that the pendulum is swinging in, those balls that clink. When you're wanting to change, get outside of your comfort zone, you have to swing so far to one end to change where that structure exists. But your comfort zone is that box where you're used to operating and existing. That doesn't mean it's comfortable. I think that some of you are in that comfort zone, are used to not accepting help, being the giver of help, not accepting financial assistance. That's more what I'm getting from this, is you guys are, someone's struggling, a lot of you are struggling with taking help. Take the help, you guys. That's why help is there. It doesn't make you like a bad person. It doesn't mean you're failing in any way. There's just times, just like the wheel, things are up and things are down. There are times where we're more in a place where we're able to give more help or money or time to people, and there are times where we need that. If you're not listening to that inner flow, then you're out of flow. And that makes things really difficult. So what is not important this week is judgment. And judgment can be releasing that inner spirit, getting getting to the bottom of really, like, true judgment is discernment. Looking at the self and examining, is this the person that I want to be? Is this the life that I want to be living? So being in the section that's not important, what I'm actually getting from this is, Virgo, maybe you've been too much in this place. Like, it's becoming a toxic quality. You've moved from discernment to judgment. Like, you are judging yourself in a toxic way. Do those shoes go with that shirt, you know? Does that shade look good on me? Should I really be wearing this wig in public? You know, that kind of like toxic judgment, okay? I think that you've been sitting in this place for too long that it's starting to become toxic, because the dose makes the poison, right? Because what is important is the Three of Pentacles, and this is working with other people. So what that's telling me is you need to get out of your damn head, Virgo. Get out of there, it's dangerous. You've got the Ace of Swords as the energy that needs to be released too, which is like, you got a lot of shit going on up there, and it's and that's dangerous. If that's where you're staying and operating from, and you're out of tune with not even just your own heart or spirit, but you're not connecting with other people, that's unhealthy. That can become very toxic to yourself. They did, I don't know, maybe you've heard of this, maybe you haven't. Back in the 70s, they did a study. They set up a tank with a mouse, the cocaine water experiment. So there was Coke water on one end and regular water on the other. And what they found was the mouse every single time went to the Coke water until it died. And that was for the longest time the basis of us going, oh, well, you know, addiction, this is how addiction works. This substance is so addictive because it's just an addictive substance. You know, let's demonize every single substance. And I'm not saying go do substances. Hang on here. Stick with me. It was not a full picture, though. So the study was actually redone recently because mice are social creatures, just like we are. And so they built this mouse utopia where they put other mice, first of all. So the mouse wasn't just in there alone. There were things for them to play on, comfortable areas for them to sleep and eat and have sex and just have a great life as a mouse. They still had Coke water on one end and they still had regular water on the other. And what they found was the mice who had healthy social habits, was participating in other moments of their life. Sometimes they'd go to the Coke water, but for the most part, they'd go to the regular water. Not to the point where they were killing themselves going to the Coke water. Why is that? Well, there were other mice that were only going to the Coke water, and those mice were the ones who were not connected to their fellow mice. So it was actually extremely groundbreaking and showing us a little bit more about ourselves and our psychology and what addiction looks like. And I'm not a professional. I'm not saying, you know, you can get up and read on this too. You know what I mean? You got eyes and eyeballs and a brain and fingers that you can search this. This exists. But what we found, like I was there, you know, we were doing that. What we found with that is that it's addiction. Although there are things are addictive, the hardest part about addiction is that the stimulation is replacing connection. If you have a lack of connection to your friends, your family, yourself, your career, whatever it is, we have so many areas in our life as human beings that need to have some sort of fulfillment and connection, or we are prone to go find that stimulation somewhere else. And that's what we're learning from that study. That's what I'm getting from this. It was a long, drawn-out explanation. You guys, this judgment here, the action to avoid, this is the mouse here in the tank with only the Coke water and the water, which is the only stimulation that is existing in that tank. So of course the mouse is going to go to that. Of course you're going to go to that. Of course you're going to spin on everything that's going on inside of you in a toxic way, because that's the only stimulation you have. Get out. Get out. You need to start reintroducing yourself back into, that was the other component of it. So they were able to rehabilitate these mice that were addicted to the Coke water by reintroducing them to society. Like, what? It's almost like we're here for each other. What in the hell? We're not meant to be here alone and isolated and as an island? That's something that we really discovered too with COVID. Oh my God, you guys. People having to stay home. I was alone. I was really isolated, and it broke me down in a lot of ways. So I can attest to that. But that's what I'm getting from this. What is important for you right now is you need to start building those connections that have fallen apart. And you are the only one who can examine that and see what it is. You know, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's your work life, maybe it's your relationship to yourself, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends. Could be a little bit of all of it, but you're just being encouraged right now to examine that. What's out of balance? Because you've got the Six of Pentacles here that is requiring balance. So something's out, and that's what's out of balance, you guys. Look at your connections. Phone a friend, okay? You're not a burden. I feel encouraged to say you deserve to connect in those ways just as we all do. You get to take up space. You don't have to apologize for existing, okay? We're going to leave that back in the 1900s. We're in a time now where we are stepping into our sovereignty. And a part of that is understanding and accepting and admitting when we're off balance somewhere. We need connection. It's okay to ask for exactly what you need. It's okay to text your friend and say, I'm feeling disconnected. Can we talk? What? Like, be honest. Or your partner. I'm feeling disconnected. Can we talk? Quit playing games. Get that out of here. Like, just be honest about what you need. And what you need right now is connection to other people. So reach out to whomever, wherever you need connection. If it's your work, be brave enough to say that to someone at work or your boss. I'm feeling a bit disconnected from what's going on here. What can I do to, is there anything I can do to feel more connected here? Are you feeling that way? Maybe you just need to have a conversation with those around you to get a clear understanding of what's going on, because you've been stuck inside of yourself for so long, or hard, that you're not seeing things clearly. We need other people to get a good image of things too. You're lying to yourself in some way. Your ego, your brain is lying to you. Your anxiety is lying to you, and it's dangerous. So you're being encouraged to phone a friend. Step outside of yourself. And if that means, I don't know, I flipped that. Turn around. If that means reaching out to a professional, do that too. But I'm getting, for most of you, it's phone a friend. Or maybe check on your friend. Make sure that they're doing okay too. Make sure they're staying away from the Coke water. Metaphorically, of course. I'm not talking about doing drugs, you guys. I'm talking about the experiment that was done that shows us, it tells us a lot about how we connect as human beings, as beings, because obviously mice are not humans, but they emulate a lot of the same social characteristics that we do. And, well, damn it if it's not pretty freaking accurate. So where this leads, or what it's good for, is the Two Swords. So there's a decision that needs to be made. There's a crossroads of some sort. What I actually get from this, because in the standard Wyatt card, there's a person sitting on a bench with two swords crossed, and there's an island or two islands behind them with the blindfold on. If they were to, and they think that there's only these two choices. If they were to take their blindfold off, they would see that there's an island behind them that has a meaning of like being a third choice or fourth choice. There are other choices here besides just the two. And I think that that's where you're feeling stuck in yourself. You're thinking that there's only black or there's only white, and there's not. There's gray. I'm surprised. There's gray. And so that's what I'm getting from this. If you reach out to your friend group, reach out to somebody else outside of yourself, you're going to start seeing that there is gray, and that maybe you have been thinking black and white, and be open to that. Reach out to your friends and ask very specifically, I need help seeing the gray in this situation, as funny as that sounds. I'm feeling like I'm stuck in black and white thinking. Can we chat? I need to connect with somebody because I'm feeling disconnected and I'm finding that it's becoming detrimental to my own mental health or physical health. Be honest, you guys. If this applies to you, because this is real. That's a real message. And that's a human experience. Like I said, going through COVID, we saw a lot of this. So that's what I'm getting from that. The Bane, your challenge for the week here, is the Page of Swords. And this is interesting, actually, because Page of Swords, it was the other deck that it came through. But I remember because I talked about if you are spying, the Page of Swords can be a spy. The Page of Swords is a student. And they're such a good student that sometimes they can very easily start gathering more information than they need, i.e. spying. If this message applies to you there in that vein, it's just interesting that this came through as a challenge. If you are going through someone's phone or stalking somebody on social media, just stop doing it. Stop it. Everybody has a right to privacy. Stop it. If you wouldn't want it done to you, don't do it. Go talk to whomever. If you are afraid of something, like never, ever, 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 is that ever going to work out well for anybody? If you're feeling a weird feeling around somebody doing something, you need to make a choice on what you want to do based on the information that is provided to you. Okay, guys? You don't have the right to infringe on somebody else's right to privacy. I don't hate to break it to you. That's the truth. Okay? That's for some of you. For others of you, this is more just the learning aspect of it. The Page of Swords is an excellent learner. So your challenge for the week is learning something that you need to learn. Picking up information outside of yourself. And I think that that's relating to reintroducing yourself back into society. Learning how to be human again. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Or for the first time. For some of you, it could be, because in the career section here, it looks like there could be a new start somewhere. Could be starting a new job or a new responsibility in your job. And so there's going to be some hyper learning that's going to be taking place here soon for you. Yeah, it sounds a bit challenging. And we'll clarify this, so don't worry. Don't you worry. I gotcha. The blessing for the week is Four of Cups. And Four of Cups, especially with this card here, Four of Cups can be indolence, laziness. I call it my, sitting on your couch and filling your cushions full of farts card because of the laziness component to it. It could be pessimism in the shadow side, negativity, that sort of thing. But in a more positive realm, because this is the blessing, this is your boon. Bane, not Bane. Did I say Bane before? Bane boon. This is your boon. This is your blessing. It can be an offer of an opportunity of some sort. So there's this cup that's being extended from, I don't know, Dimension X. They have these 3 cups in front of them that all represent choices of some sort. But this one is like a divinely offered something. So there's a note to this for me in this card. Maybe you do need to hang out on your couch and fill it with some farts for just a second. Take a second to meditate is what it's saying to me. To meditate and to look around because there's an offer coming in. This could be in regards to career because there's an offer there. Maybe your blessing this week is maybe you did go and you talked to your boss and said, I'm feeling disconnected, and you're finding out that you're actually doing awesome. And they were so impressed with your candor and transparency to be a human freaking being that they want to offer you something. It's amazing when we are authentic, how the universe responds to that, you guys. As an example, I would say with this channel, I just finished up my 2 weeks yesterday. This is day 15. And I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers now. I know to some people that may not be anything, but That's not an easy feat. And all I did, you guys, was just be out. This is just me. I'm just being me. Just little old me. But I feel like the response has been so wonderful because people are starving for authenticity. We're so tired of the mask, our own, from other people. We're getting to a point where, you know, it just feels like garbage. We've been fed that story for so long, for so many years, you guys. I talk about that, like surviving through the group, and that's where the mask comes in. We have to monitor everything about us and how we're being presented in the world, because for so long we survived through the group. If in any way we strayed outside of what the group was doing, it meant death. Burn the witch. And now they all got YouTube channels, you know? We're learning to survive through the self, which means that we're celebrating what makes us unique. So what I'm getting from this is learn to celebrate what makes you unique, because there's something coming in because of that. That's a wonderful blessing, you guys. 2 blessings for you to be authentic and to bring that to the world and to be rewarded for that. So we'll clarify that too. And then the energy that needs to be cleared for the highest outcome possible. You've got the Ace of Swords. An Ace of Swords can resemble logic, like needing pure logic. But what I'm getting from this actually is kind of attached to the Judgment card here. On this card specifically, they do a good job of displaying that. There's a bunch of symbols and thoughts, you know, lasers coming out of their cerebellum. There's conflict that's going on inside your mind. In your mind. There's so much going on in there that you are having a hard time processing all of it, which brings me back to the connection. And you've got 3 of Pentacles in your love section too. It's almost like this matter. You guys need to connect. Connecticut. You guys need to connect outside of yourself, because you're stuck in your head and you're spiraling out of damn control. And you deserve better than that. And I do this so much, you guys. I mean, Virgo rising, Virgo moon, okay? Mercury or Gemini sun. That's a lot of Mercury. That's a lot of conflicting Mercury. Usually Gemini and Virgo are not the most mixing of energies. So I'm in conflict with myself a lot of the time. Just as a Gemini, for shit's sake. But anyway, I understand this energy. I get that. Spiraling right on down one particular thought and just making it worse and worse. Making it more and more complex the more that you are spiraling on it. So do yourself a favor and phone a friend. Start breaking up that pattern, because it won't just break up on itself. And you're hurting. You're hurting yourself, but you're hurting. And that blows. You deserve to be feeling better. We can't be happy all the time, but being in a state of suffering, no thank you. So I'm going to clarify the outcome, the bane, boon, and energy that needs to be cleared, and then we'll move into love and career. So Spirit, can we clarify everything that I just asked for, please? They said, Ote. Thanks, Spirit. I really appreciate it when you oblige. You're welcome. Oh, I really hope someday to meet a lot of, well, I kind of feel like I've met some of these guides and allies, but especially as I've started doing this a bit more, I've gotten to a point where I can decipher a little bit between some of them, which is fun. And sometimes in some of these reads, I've had some other guides and allies of viewers that have come in, because I do ask for the viewers team that are here to help them achieve their highest good as well, to be welcome in the circle that I cast. Just so you know, just a heads up, a little behind the scenes. So yes, can we clarify here? All damn cards, Spirit. Like, if you'd shut up, I'd get to it. I hear you, Spirit, I hear you. All right, 2 of Swords is clarified by happiness, new discoveries that lead to celebrations, love yourself first. So what I was saying as far as that 3rd or 4th option is what I'm getting from that, the new discovery portion. You're stuck in black and white thinking that there's only A or there's only B. But there's happiness that exists in choice C or D, or E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, and sometimes Y. So take the blindfold off and look around, because there's probably an island behind you. There might be, a cabana boy over there too that could bring you some happiness. I don't know. Or a cabana girl. Or a cabana non-binary human. Just take that blindfold off and see what's actually around you. Can we get some clarification on the Page of Swords, please? Confession. Releasing a secret. Pursuing virtue through honesty. What? What in the what? So those of you that I said, like, if you are in any way spying, and that could be energetically spying too. Like, I totally welcome cross watchers here. There is an energy though, like, and you know what I'm saying. If you're feeling something weird in your gut at this point, if you are using this as a way to try to get an upper hand on somebody, it's all about your intent, okay? If you're watching somebody else's tarot or horoscopes, or reading yourself, asking specific questions about an individual, that's invading somebody else's privacy. And I'm not saying karma's real or it's not real. Like, law of karma is a hermetic principle, and even if it weren't real, you've got the law of gravity, law of vacuum. So just be careful. That's what I'm getting from that. Maybe you do need to, like, releasing that secret could be just stopping doing what you're doing. Or, like I said, I think it was Taurus too, last week I was saying, just be careful. I feel like you might be being spied on. But if you are doing that, maybe say something to the person. Just clear the slate, guys. And for others of you, I think it's a confession to yourself of, do you need to learn a new skill? Do you need to learn how to reconnect with people again? Do you need to learn how to be a sweaty meat sack full of farts again? Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So clarifying the Four of Cups here, we have a new opportunity. Insights gained from a new experience, job, or partner. So just like I was saying, that offer that's coming in because you're going into that state of meditation and calming down and centering, there's something new coming in. And it could just be an insight, but I feel like for some of you, it could be a new job. It could be a new position. It could be a new partner. But for most of you, I feel that it's an insight, especially with that meditative quality coming through there. So yeah, get to farting, y'all. Let her rip. Ace of Swords here, we've got moving on. Endings that bring healthy beginnings. So again, you're being asked to get out of that spiral. Jump off that staircase, go phone a friend, ask for help to move on. Because this cycle is not helping you. It's causing you a lot of pain. It's causing me pain. And I've got my own spirals I got to work on. Feeling a little dizzy myself. If I'm honest. If I'm in a mood of confession, and I am, I like to be aware as much as possible. So you're being encouraged to let it die. Move on from that. It's not serving you. It's not working. I mean, it's serving you in some way because you're still doing it, but it's not a benefit. It's a detriment. So, moving on to love, we have the Three of Pentacles and then the High Priestess. So whether you're a single or a mingle, or a mingleship, partnership, or, multiple partnerships, whatever your flavor is, this message is going to apply to everybody. So the Three of Pentacles, like I said, this is representing connection, especially in the love realm here. I see that there is connection. There's connection coming in. Creating something more than just the sum of the parts is what I'm getting from that. So those of you that are single and are looking for a situation, there very well could be an opportunity. It may just be the starting point of, like with the rest of this, if you jumped ahead again, I recommend you go back and look at this read because this is definitely all tied in. But this could be in reaching out to your friends or whatever, you're starting to build that plus sum of parts by working on yourself or realizing that you need connection. Maybe part of that connection you need is a a romantic partner. You're ready for that. Once you get off this spiral staircase of doom, maybe you're realizing that, you need connection in that way. And it feels like this is available. This is going to be, it's not like the Ace of Cups. You've got that in your career here, which is like an offer of something new. But getting out and chatting with people, go to functions that you don't normally go to conventions. I'm seeing like art conventions. That makes sense, Like you have a convention center in your town somewhere. There are things that come through, like crystals or tattoo artists or artists in general. Go check it out. Affairs of some sort. There's something about, get yourself out there in that sort of creation. Maybe you are an artist yourself. Maybe putting yourself in that expo as a booth or something could be a good idea for you. So those of you that are in a relationship, I'm still feeling that, for some of you, I'm feeling that there's a need to connect better with your partner. Start creating that more than the sum of your parts, because right now maybe you're not even the sum of your parts. Maybe you're a bit disconnected. So there's a request to connect for either one of you, to connect here. The High Priestess, High Priestess is the, so you've got the Empress and the High Priestess. They're both the Divine Feminine, but kind of different aspects of this. So this is more like the dark sides of the Divine Feminine. And what I mean is it's more the unconscious realm. So she's sitting here on her moon throne with her book full of secrets, her burn book. This is the book of all knowledge. It's available at your local library. And she's sitting in front, or between these two trees, and the waters that are behind her represent, there's a drapery or whatever covering that with the pomegranates, which represents Persephone. But she's guarding those waters to the great unconscious. So the High Priestess talks about intuition, but she's also a gatekeeper of sorts to the greater unconscious. So what I'm getting from this is, again, whether you're a single or a mingle, there may be an opportunity, probably through this connection. You do go to that expo, you do set up that booth, or you do start working better with your partner. You're dipping a toe into the greater unconscious. You're opening yourself up to being allowed a chance to see some knowledge that's been in the dark. And not like a secret. This is like the greater unconscious experience of us all. It's not somewhere you want to cannonball. You might go a little cray-cray. But what I see is like an illumination. You're going to see some more about your own inner workings, the way that you function. Coming out of, like in this general reading, again, if you didn't watch it, I recommend you go back. Focusing too much on or getting lost in yourself, because you had the Three of Pentacles here too. Needing to phone a friend. There's something that you're going to be, a deeper lesson that you'll be learning by taking this route of connection. And maybe you've been afraid to do it. Or I think a lot of you, it's just you've been stuck in your damn head. You need to open your eyes and get outside. Intentionally, in like a fun way, in a way of wanting to engage in new connections. I'm not talking about going to work, coming home, going to the grocery store because that's what I need. Go do something new. Go do something creative where you're connecting with people and creating something new. So let's clarify that. Please, Spirit. Love for Virgo. Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Oh, I'm saying that to me too. Sometimes, Virgo, we'll get it together. Can we get some clarification for love for Virgo, please? Fear. Oh my goodness. I think I was just talking about that. Expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. Absolutely connected to the Ace of Swords here too. So like I said, there's you guys have been stuck in a spot for too long, and the spot is your own brain. We have lovely brains, you know, but they're also absolutely horrendous. Just a shit show sometimes. So I think there's a fear surrounding maybe seeing what the truth is. You don't want to know for whatever reason. Well, that's keeping you in the dark, and it's keeping you in a state of terrifying anxiety. So I'm just encouraging you to maybe think about stopping it. Just cut it out. So there may also be a fear of connecting with other people, whether as a single or a mingle. Fear is only real if you allow it to be real, okay? I've heard the acronym, what is it like? Fear... I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. It's some catchy blah, blah, blah that, you know, it's not real. Basically, fear is not real 98% of the time. 2% of the time, yep, maybe you're hanging off a cliff, you're being chased by a lion. Sure, those are appropriate times to be afraid. But your amygdala are two little chonky devices in your brain that like to make really loose and sloppy connections to things that seem similar to other dangerous situations. And the point of that is so that you can go into fight or flight when there is danger. The thing that sucks about that in this day and age is we're not all living on the savannah anymore. We're not being, you know, hunted by warring tribes, all of us. Well, most of the time, fear is not real, is what I'm trying to say. So be cognizant of that and own that as truth, because there are things to be afraid of. But even in those instances, we still must take courage. We are still not giving into fear. Every time you give into fear, you are just getting in your own way. There's so much beauty and wonderful betterment that's out there for you that you're letting fear get in the way. Stop it. Maybe that person is out there waiting for you, stuck in a damn tree somewhere, you know, your prince or princess or non-binary charming, and you're waiting for them to jump through your living room window because you're too afraid to go out, stop watching Netflix, and actually go out and connect with somebody. That's not going to happen. Go save them from that tree, because they're afraid too. They're afraid of coming down. And they need to get over it too. But that's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid of what's going on in your own unconscious mind. And don't be afraid of going out and connecting. Okay? So, career. Carrera. We've got Nine of Wands and Ace of Cups. So, Nine of Wands is a card all about persistence and resilience. Protecting what you've built. And then Ace of Cups is an offer. Usually this is symbolizing a relationship. It could be a new opportunity for business partnership coming in. But it could also be an opportunity for a new job of some sort. An idea, because you've got in the Four of Cups here as your blessing, that divine offer that's coming in. Well, that's coming from the divine too. That could very well be a job offer that's also symbolizing, but you need to get into a more calm meditative state. You need to calm down your nervous system so that you can receive the message and see what's going on around you. So what I'm getting from this is that there is a need to, especially connecting it to the rest of the message, you've been in your head too much. And I think what's at risk here, you're wanting to protect your own work from yourself. Like you're at a point of possibly sabotaging something that you've built. And that's lame, you guys. Don't do that. Get out of your head. Phone a friend. Go out and have a karaoke night. Do some trivia. Get on an old school AOL chat room. You need some human connection right now is what I'm feeling. You're getting really stuck in your head. But as a benefit, there is something good coming in. And I think for those of you, as I said in the main reading, like maybe you need to go talk to your boss and say, I'm feeling like I'm not doing a good job here. I just need some honesty. I'm feeling disconnected from my work. Am I doing okay? You may find that by allowing yourself to be authentic, and this message isn't for everybody, take it as it resonates for you. But you may be finding that by being transparent and authentic, you're going to be rewarded for that. You know what? You are actually doing a really great job, and I'm really glad you said something, because it doesn't make me feel good that you're not feeling that. I was actually just going to ask you if you were interested in taking on more work for more pay. Great, you know? Or I need this new team, we're moving in a new direction with something, and I need somebody to lead this team, whatever. So guarding against your own bullshit is kind of what's coming up, because there's something wonderful that's coming in for you. Let's clarify that. Spirit, can we get some clarification on career for Virgo? Because Virgo needs some help. Celebration. Good times come from hard work, time spent in good company. So absolutely, there's something good coming in here for you with the Ace of Cups. So get out of your damn way. Okay? Get out of your head. Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I get it. You know, we tend to be pretty damn intelligent too with that Mercury energy. It's a lot of mind. But what is something that typically is a strong suit for us can become very damaging. The dose, or the poison, is in the dose, right? So get out of your head, okay? Because there's some good news coming. Just protect yourself from your own thoughts. Try to stay out of your head. It's dangerous. And phone a friend. Maybe they need your help too. Check in with somebody, okay? I love you so much, Virgo. Thank you for joining me here this week, and I will see you next week for your next read. Bye.